Sunscreen?
Absolutely.
A fan, not a fan?
I'm a fan of sunscreen, but I think we are all have misunderstanding about sunscreen. We think that the higher the number, the SPF number, that they are better. No. Actually, all what you need an SPF 30, no longer than that, because the higher the number, there will be more chemicals in there. But you need to put a coat of what we call inducing more tolerance in the skin to the sun. Active vitamin A and antioxidant. You have to apply that cream in the morning before you put the sunscreen. That's when you cup the skin, makes skin strong. Then you put the sunscreen. And we have found out that only sunscreen that have what we call certain natural elements. In my sunscreen, there's a novel approach. I added melanin into the sunscreen. So that gives the sun artificial melanin sitting on the skin that gets busy with it, protecting your own melanin.
If you had never been outside in the sun as a human, would you look 12 when you're 60?
No, I don't think so. Because there's genetic factors that determine the progress. You will not have sun damage.
You wouldn't have spots and...
You will not have spots. You will not have pre-cancers. But what you're going to have, thin skin, dull skin, pale skin, because you really need to... The sun is good for you, but you have to put some sunscreen and protect it, and don't overdo it.
Sure, and if you live north of Arkansas, you have to take vitamin D. If you live up here, you have to take vitamin D. I assume you agree with that. All the options are open to us today, treatment-wise, laser, thermage.
Okay, let me tell you. I advise people, do what is needed for you to look better. Don't aim that there is a miracle or they're going to transform you overnight to look 20 years old or lose 10 years from your age. No, you can work on that. Don't abuse procedures. For example, Botox. I think Botox should be done, if done properly, we're using the right amount, the right concentration, once or twice a year. No more than that. If you want to do, let's say, some sort of procedure to tighten skin, thermage, or let's say the blue peel, or let's say some laser resurfacing, do it in a way that you don't change your skin texture and look artificial and sacrifice the vitality of your skin just to remove few wrinkles. In the medical field, there is doctors who really have, they don't know that there is a breaks they have to follow and not do too much. And there's patients who ask Allah for too much. We have to put some realistic approach. 90% of the product, the devices that are out there are of temporary value. What's more important is to make your skin alive, rich with vitality. All what you need is special, simple things.
That glow. What I hear you say, less is more.
Absolutely.
Routine is good.
Absolutely.
You have to take the time. What happens to the neck?
See, the neck, let me give you a joke.
Not all necks, some necks.
Why do you think the neck in the front here get loose?
I don't
and
know.
never get in the back loose?
You can answer that question,
good.
I know.
Because we have all habits. When we sit, this muscles in the back of our neck keep lifting the head. It's like lifting weight. So this muscle is so strong and tight, never get loose. But we have a habit to sit and tilt our head down. By repeating this through the years, keeping it that way, the two muscles that we have here, they get atrophic and floppy.
Right.
So what I advise, if you start to, you want to really prevent that, do some exercise.
I'm doing them. I'm with you.
If you want to do the exercise, all what you have to do, the muscles attached here and here, all what you have to do, just stretch it and relax it, tighten it and relax it. Like this. If you do repeat this 20, 30 times a day, you will not have, you will reduce this laxity and correct it.
Now you tell me.
But
for heaven's sakes, where were you when I was 10?
We didn't know about these things.
What started you on this quest for healthy skin, to help people have healthy skin, vibrant skin?
See, I was in the United States Navy, and I traveled all over the place, and I have seen deformities, wounds, scars. My interest is to improve skin without resorting to a drastic things that is not available, like lasers in every field or something like that. So how can we do that? So if we can keep skin activity and when an injury happened to the skin, if we can enhance that healing process, we will reduce scars. Doing some research, being also an expert in pathology, doing some research, we found out that we really can improve people to a degree without resorting to procedures, which we can use sometimes. We found that we can prevent skin cancer, we can prevent acne, we can prevent acne scars, we can prevent aging. All what you have to do is follow a simple scientific routine. The idea of selling product all over the place and promoting with false claim all these products, it's not true. It's nothing wrong in using a moisturizer on your face because it makes you feel good, maybe make you look good. But depending on it is bad. You have to add. This, the moisturizer to me is a reward at the end of everything. You can put it on.
And good genes help.
And good genes
You look
help.
at your grandmother's skin, you look at your mother's skin, you look at your father's skin, and you try to figure out what will happen to your skin. I did that, and my mother's skin aged much more than my grandmother's. And I remember thinking as a young woman, I hope I have Granny's skin when I'm her age.
You know, genetic factors play a good role. However, we can bypass the genetic effects by good healthy diet, by good healthy routine, and we can take care of our skin and keep it look the best.
What about where you live? Pollution, humidity? If you go to London, I'm sure you've been to London, to England, you'll see many of the English women looking quite glowy.
Let me tell you, if you,
Is that the rain?
I agree, but you see, there is some artificiality in sometimes nowadays. I love to see a skin that is not covered with makeup and look naturally good. We can make skin glow artificially. We can make a lot of things artificially. But if you live in a polluted area, you really have to cleanse the skin, eat a lot of antioxidant, and put a high concentration of antioxidant cream on your face.
Well, as you know, you can't go on television without makeup or you look 82 when you're not. However, in everyday life. But what about the little vessels and the broken vessels and the brown spots to cover them?
Absolutely. What we do, we don't, the broken blood vessels usually come through years of exposure to the sun and at later age from hormonal effect on the skin. And treatment is very simple. There's specific lasers that we use to take all those broken veins in 1 or 2 treatments. We can eliminate them. Pigmentation or spots on the skin is a sign that the skin is screaming, help me. It's too much sun, too much weakness in the skin. We can eliminate them without procedures, many of them, by using active, let's say, vitamin A cream that enable natural exfoliation and evening the tone in a natural way. Certain spots will need laser or peels to do.
So in your field, and it's really therapeutic medicine in a sense, in your field, what's next? Where's it going?
I think my message, I work for legacy. I love skin. You give me the worst skin in the world, I fix it. Because this is my passion.
Yes.
Where are we going? We really going to take us a long time to educate the public. And I think how the skin can change, what acne, how can we prevent acne. Certain basic things have to be taught in school to open the mind that we can do a lot of things.
Well, we're doing it with nutrition.
That's right.
Nutrition,
Nutrition
as you
and
know,
everything.
Inside out, beauty's deep.
So far now we're learning that if you don't apply active vitamin A on your skin, you're killing your skin. We know that. And you read that what you do. That's the future now. This may take another 10 to 20 years to plant the seed of knowledge and disseminate that all over to the population. And then the stem cells will be coming back to play a role. We know that sometimes there is so much powerful genetic effect on the skin that we can play with the genetic effect by injecting certain stem cells or extract of stem cells that can regulate skin. But that will take years for that to come along.
And stem cell research, as you know, can be political, but not so much anymore.
I mean,
perhaps.
In science, I believe that we really need to address stem cells in a proper way. And it's going to take a long time, but they're going to be the next generation of skin.
Oh, nice to meet you.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Zein Obagi.